Oh, hi. The Quest 3 sucks. It's not as good as the Quest 2 or the Quest Pro. No, I'm not interested. I have opinions, and I share them with everyone. I'm all over Reddit and YouTube. I'm angry, and I'm letting the world know. That might sound familiar. Reddit posts and YouTube and vlogs and blogs and everyone talking about the Quest 3. It's not as good as the Quest Pro. It's not as good as the Quest 2. It doesn't have this and it doesn't have that. Well, I got news for you, buddy. Apologies, that was a fictional recreation of a tormentor and troll on YouTube. If you search YouTube and Reddit and the web in general, you'll find people who dislike the Quest 3. It's not as good as the Quest 2. Is anything they're saying of value, or is it just trolling for troll's sake? We'll find out right now on Bringhurst VR.
Little by little you take control. It's a little uncivil how your game's in motion. And I don't even notice that I'm playing your game. Till you leave me alone and thinking I'm the one to blame.
Now, starting at the top of this, I had mentioned websites and YouTube links and Reddit posts, so many people, so many articles claiming that the Quest 3 is not as good as the Quest Pro, that it's a downgrade in nearly every way, and we don't need to look any further than this post from 28 days ago on Reddit. The title says, "Don't buy the Quest 3." And here's the reasons he gives. No auto IPD adjustment. Let's tackle these one at a time. So he wants you to put on your headset and have the IPD adjust automatically. The Quest Pro doesn't do this. The Quest 2 doesn't do this. And presumably he's comparing these to other similarly priced headsets. So I don't know what he's talking about. He also says only 2 cameras. WTF. WTF. Ermagerd. No increased FOV. Okay. Again, I don't know where he's getting this stuff from. It's got a reported IPD of 110, whereas the Quest 2's is 96. So I don't know what he's talking about. But more than that, sure. Some people who have reviewed the Quest 3 for the 10 minutes that they got to use it said that it felt the same as the Quest 2. But what they're not taking into account is that we're going to have an opportunity to swap out the facial interface, change just how near the headset is to your face. And that has everything to do with the FOV. So that's, what is it, 310? I don't know how many dumb things this guy's said. He goes on to say, worse controllers with worse tracking quality and no ability to add grips because some random design employee thought it looks better. Okay. All right. If you say that like over and over again, like a mantra, I think blood will just gush out of your nose. Trying to comprehend what he's saying. There are already third-party grips being built. Even Meta is selling grips direct from their headset, so that's BS. Worse controllers with worse tracking. No, it doesn't have the ring, but it's got similar IR lights, and now we've got advanced algorithmic tracking from the cameras themselves. So it's covered doubly. And whatever you think of that, however much you wish you could get the Quest Pro controllers to work with the Quest 3, you can. You could go buy it anytime. This guy could go buy it if he wanted to, but everyone who's used it says that it works great. So this guy, I don't know. He says, no eye tracking. This one is a bit of a stretch. No eye tracking. This one is a bit of a stretch. What? I do like that his post on Reddit got labeled misinformation and unsubstantiated. The internet does have a sense of humor.
I have hot snakes, you guys.
What's hot snakes?
It's when the diarrhea comes out like a hot snake.
Andy!
He goes on to say, I don't care if the camera count being cut in half won't affect tracking. What happened to just a little redundancy? And I think we all know it's going to be just another one of those really annoying, but not bad enough for actual change to get with tech companies like this. They said that they want to appeal to enthusiasts, so I'm really confused with this. There's no reason to stop it! And he got ratioed. It's 122 comments and not a single like. So there is internet justice. But that's not all there is. There's YouTubers as well. They're making videos saying, don't buy the Quest 3, or if you do buy it, know this first, and beware, 10 things you need to know before you get the Quest 3, trying to scare you out of buying the Quest 3 over the Quest 2, over the Pro. Now here's where I'm going to defend them. The titles of these videos are meant to lure you in with negativity because it's clickbait, because it draws you in. Either you might agree with that thought process or you disagree with it so much you're going to watch this video and tell them what you really think. And then in the video, of course, really all they're doing is giving reasons why the Quest 3 might not be as good as the Quest Pro. But now you're already in the video. I probably did the same thing. I bet that I had a thumbnail that said something like, don't buy the Quest 3, it's poison. And now you're here and you're like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know what he's trying to say. But I do know what I'm trying to say. There are reasons you might not want the Quest 3, but that's not to say that the Quest 3 is bad. Given everything it can do, it is substantially better than the Quest 2 and significantly better than the Quest Pro. For me. Now, I say that because I'm looking forward to the increased pixel density and I'm looking forward to the depth sensor. Those two things matter a lot to me. And I'm also looking forward to the upgraded Gen 2 chip and what it can do, how it will process these games and give them better textures and clearer images. But that said, let's look at this. What does it do better than the Quest 2? Now, as this joker on Reddit said, that the Quest 2 has more cameras. Okay, does that matter? It might matter for stuff you're doing above your head. It might have a wider field of view in terms of what it can see around your hips. But again, the Quest 3 has come such a long way on the heels of the Quest Pro that algorithmically, it can already do nearly as much as the Quest 2 could and with fewer cameras. That's what they're claiming. So no, I don't think that matters. The Quest 2 is fuzzy. Its pass-through is black and white. It's patched together from multiple cameras. It's got warping. The Quest Pro had the same issue. The Quest 2 controllers were great. The batteries lasted forever, but the ring got in the way, and like the Quest Pro, this no longer has a ring. So the Quest 2, I don't think can be argued. It's better than the Quest 3 in any way. In every way, it's better. Make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. Yeah, it's better in every way. The Quest Pro, on the other hand, let's make an argument. The Quest Pro has eye tracking. It has face tracking. It hovers above your face instead of being pressed against your forehead. It has deeper blacks. It can do local dimming. Really, the arguments around the Quest Pro are that it's more comfortable and the screen is better and it's accompanied by this face tracking, which was never really put to good use. If it had been put to good use, we would have had foveated rendering applied across the board from the top down. That wasn't the case. There was almost no AR functionality to speak of. No one was implementing it. So really, while the Quest Pro had the potential to be a really good headset and still is a good headset, it was just abused and misused and not put to its full potential. Now, where I could argue and do argue and will argue that the Quest Pro is a good headset and you might not need a Quest 3 is if you already own a Quest Pro. Now, right now, the Quest Pro is $1,000, which is $500 down from what it was when it launched. The Quest 3 is $500. I don't think there's anything in the Quest Pro that warrants the $500 increase in price. So right there, if you don't own a headset, the Quest Pro it's gone. Like, I don't see a reason to get it. If you already own the Quest Pro, should you upgrade to the Quest 3? It depends. Do you care about pass-through and do you care about AR experiences? If you do, then get the Quest 3. Sell the Quest Pro. But if you don't care about pass-through, if you don't care about AR, then the Quest Pro, if you already own it, is a phenomenal headset. That's not me. That's not who I am. The pass-through, the synthetic color that was pasted over the top of the cameras was annoying to me. I never liked it. And honestly, having that depth sensor removed at the last second, for the almost year that I owned the Quest Pro, it left a bad taste in my mouth. I loved how it felt. I loved I loved how it just sort of hung in front of my eyes and the pressure across my face was alleviated. I liked that a lot, but I was always bitter. I was always bitter about not having that depth sensor. It just, oh my God, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And so I never got over it. And so that's where the depth sensor and the increased pass through and the better chipset, it all adds up to a better headset for me. All that said, there is no argument in the world that supports the Quest 2 being better than the Quest 3. Now, just for the cherry on top, let's look at the reviews to this clown on Reddit. 2 cameras, what are you on about? Better processor, better resolution, slimmer, pancake lenses, mixed reality, color pass-through, new controllers. Maybe research before posting. I shouldn't have even made a video. I should have just taken a picture of this comment and just posted it to YouTube and it would have done the same thing. What am I doing here? Next guy says, well, this post can't be real. This is bordering mental illness if it is. All right, so in short, the Quest 3 is better than the Quest 2. The Quest Pro is better than the Quest 3, depending on your use case, depending on what you care about. They both have the pancake lenses. That's great. They both have a chipset that's better than the Quest 2's. That's great. The Quest Pro has local dimming. That's great. The Quest 3 doesn't have that. The Quest 3 has a higher pixel density than the Pro. That's good. The Quest 3 has better pass-through. It has a depth sensor. The Quest Pro doesn't have any of that. So if you own the Quest Pro, you're in good hands. If you want to upgrade to the 3, you only need to care about pass-through and a smaller screen door effect. That's all you need to care about. If you're on a Quest 2, I mean, you're fine not upgrading. Just don't be making an argument that the Quest 2 is better than the Quest 3 in some way, because it's not. It's just not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the thumbnail. I'm sorry for the rant. I'm sorry for everything. But we need to calm down. We need to behave ourselves. We need to chill. We need to just relax. Woosah. Okay? Now listen. Thank you to my Patreon subscriber Ortiz. He got the video a whole day early. He's also been entered to win my Quest 3 headset that I'm giving away when I hit 2,000 subscribers. You guys are all awesome. And have a good day.
Little by little you take control.